The NHS is one of the most highly valued privileges that comes with being a British citizen. It's the backbone of our society and carries us through our daily lives. With the help of our doctors and nurses, society is healthier, better functioning, and more efficient than ever before. However, in ensuring this, the mental and physical health of our heroes has suffered. Workers have begun to strike in response to these conditions, a decision that has sparked great controversy. In this video, we will address the debate that surrounds this topic and guide you through our answer to the following question. Is it ethically acceptable for NHS workers to go on strike? Our answer? Yes, it is. But why?
Poor working conditions include long hours and ill treatment of staff, leading to mental health problems. Due to the ever-deepening staff shortages, doctors are constantly forced to work overtime and work extra shifts. In a Paying the Price report, it was found that 52% of healthcare employees had experienced aggressive behaviour from patients, family and even co-workers. A former NHS nurse said in a BBC interview that she was not able to deliver the care her patients deserved, and she felt that she could not be a nurse in the NHS without sacrificing her mental health. This was after she had mentioned that she had a couple of months off sick from stress and depression due to the job. If staff are unable to continue working without sacrificing their health, then is it morally right to make them do so?
On average, Band 5 and Band 6 nurses earn around £33,000 a year. For comparison, American nurses make just under £56,000. The jobs our NHS workers undertake are physically and emotionally exhausting. They need to be rewarded for what they do for our country. What is now being made apparent as the cost of living crisis hits the UK is that they are not even being paid enough to make ends meet. Several hospitals have had to open food banks for their own staff. Is it ethically acceptable for us to make these workers put us before them when they struggle to put bread on the table each day?
Examples of patients struggling due to the strikes include medication not being delivered on time, vitals not being recorded, which increases the likelihood of reaching life-threatening conditions, and basic needs of patients like food and hygiene being neglected. However, we need to recognise that these issues have existed for a long time, and our NHS needs reform. From the current situation and recent events like the mid-staff's scandal inquiry, we can identify a cycle. If this cycle continues, patient care will continue worsening and more loved ones will be aggrieved. Fixing our healthcare system requires action from the government. Strikes are the only apparent way to get immediate action. In the instance that positive action is taken, the undeniable risk of preventable deaths due to striking workers is diminished.
If the current conditions are sustained, the NHS will collapse. The Chancellor argued that raising the pay of NHS workers to match inflation would cost £28 billion, or £1,000 per household in tax. The best option would be to raise pay without increasing taxes, despite the chance of this making inflation worse. This is because the government's argument does not consider the long-term effect on the economy of a well-functioning NHS. NHS staff are justified in striking, and it is the government's responsibility to make sure that staff receive the pay that they deserve and that patients are looked after.